Welcome back, students. We're going to continue our 7th grade algebra journey today, and we're going to take what we know about two-step equations plus what we know about combining like terms and distributive property, and we're going to go ahead and add a third step to everything. So we're just building upon our knowledge, so don't be freaked out by 3 steps. Actually, not that hard. Go ahead and pause and add that to your table of contents. Okay, we're going to start with using algebra tiles as a visual, and we're going to start with some combining like terms. So remember that video we watched in the past about putting the burgers with the burgers and the Cokes with the Cokes. Okay, so if I model the expression 2x plus 4 plus 4x minus 5, I would have all this business right here. And if I wanted to simplify it, then I could take all my burgers, put them together, and put all my Cokes together like this. If I have a positive and a negative together, they actually cancel out. Remember the zero pairs, so I'd actually get those out of there. And my simplified expression would look like this. I'd have 6x minus 1. Okay, so now we're just going to add an x to it, add an equal sign to it, and we're going to solve for x and take it to a 3-step equation. All right, so here we have the expression x plus 4x equals 10, or excuse me, it's an equation now because I put that equal sign in there. So what I would want to do first, just like when I was combining terms, is I would want to put all my x's together. So instead of having x plus 4x, now I have 5x. So I have 5x equals 10, and this is really just a one-step equation. And if I wanted to get x by itself, I would do that by making 5 piles of x's over here, and then I would make 5 piles of 1's over here. So I can break these guys off. Oops. All right, so I got 5 piles of x's, 5 piles of 1. How much is in each pile? I have 2 in each pile, so x equals 2. All right, so here's my next one. This is x plus 2x plus 2 equals 11. If I want to solve for x, I'm going to combine my terms first to simplify my expression. So now I have 3x plus 2 equals 11. So now I have a 2-step equation. I'm trying to get the x's by themselves. So I'm going to slide 2 1's away from those x's. And since I took 2 away on one side, I'm going to do the same thing on the other to keep them actually balanced. So now I have 3x equals 9. And in order to get x by itself, I could make 3 piles of x over here, because I just want to know what 1x equals, not what 3x equals. And since I divided by 3 on one side, I'm going to divide by 3 on the other side. So now I can see that each x corresponds to 3 because x equals 3. All right, last one. So I have 2x minus 5 plus 2x equals 3. So again, you should be catching on by now. I'm going to combine my terms first and make it 4x minus 5 equals 3. And now I have a 2-step equation. So just to review, how do I get rid of this minus 5? I'd have to do that by adding 5 because I need to get some 0 pairs in my life. So I'm going to add 5 on this side. And now I've made me some 0 pairs that cancel out. Oh, go away, guys. Come on, get out of here. Nobody wants you. And since I added 5 yellows to that side, I'm going to add 5 yellows to this side. 3, 4, 5. And then there you go. Now I have 4x equals 8. But I don't care about what 4x equals. I want to know what 1x equals. So I can split this into 4 piles over here. I can divide this up into 4 piles over here. And I can see what each pile, each x corresponds to, and x equals 2. Okay, I think we get the point. So we need to remember to simplify the equation before solving it, and in this case it means combining like terms before solving for x or for the variable. Go ahead and pause and enjoy this joke right here. Okay, so how do we do it paper and pencil way? Well, I'm going to start by looking for how I can simplify this and get this back to being a 2-step equation. So I'm going to look and see, hey, what can I combine here? I can combine these things. Okay, I'm going to show them coming together like that, different signs subtract, and then I get an x. And then I'm going to bring down the rest of my business here. So I got my negative 16 plus x, because positive 1 equals 8. Okay, now I really have just a one-step equation. It's still a good idea to circle and box. All right, so now I see I'm trying to get x by itself. How do I get rid of x? How do I get rid of the negative 16? By adding 16. So I'm going to plus 16 on both sides, draw my little line showing I'm going to add everything up. Those cancel out. All I'm left with over here is an x, and then 8 plus 16 is 24. So you can still do a check if you want, but I'm just warning you, at this point it does get kind of labor intensive. But if it was a test and if it was me, I would do the check. All right, let's go ahead and look here. What can we combine to simplify this and get a two-step equation in our life? We can take our x's and put them together. Negative plus negative, you add, same sign, so I have negative 11x here. Then I'm going to copy down the rest of my equation. Okay, I'm going to box and circle. Okay, I'm trying to get x by itself. I'm going to circle over here too. So what's with x? I have 96. And get rid of negative 96 with the positive 96. Whatever I do on one side, I'm going to do it on the other. Draw my line, showing I'm summing everything up. Slash those guys out because they cancel. So all I'm left with on this side is negative 11x. On this side, I'm going to have 47 plus 96, which is going to give me 143. All right, and now I'm going to do my second part of my two-step equation. I'm going to get x by itself. How can I get x by itself? I need to get rid of this right here. Remember, when it's stuck to the variable, it means multiply. What's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. Make sure you divide by a negative 11, not a positive 11, because it's opposite operation, not opposite sign. And whatever I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other. So I'm going to slash that out right there. I'm going to get x equals negative 13. Magic triangle rules apply here. And again, you can do a check. It just takes a long time. Okay, go ahead and pause and copy this down. I want you to copy it down twice because we're going to ugly this one up. All right, when we start, we're going to start by looking for, hey, what can we combine? And I see that I have some like terms here. I have some variables that I can combine. 2a minus a is a. Then I can bring down my constant. I can bring down the rest of my business here. And then I just got a one-step equation. Still a good idea to box and circle. Helps you see what you're working with. I see I want to get a by itself. What's with a? Positive 13. How do I get rid of positive 13? By minusing 13. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. Draw my little bar here. Cancel that out. I'm left with a on this side, which is what I was looking for in the first place, and then I have different signs, subtract, and negative wins. So I get a equals negative 3 is my final answer. You can do a check, it's just a little bit more time consuming. Copy that down. Go ahead and do it twice so we can ugly this one up. All right. So again, I'm not going to mess with the 3 first. I'm going to look where my variables are, and that's the side I'm going to mess with. And then I'm going to look out for things I can combine. So in this case, I can combine these guys right here. Different signs subtract, negative wins. And then I'm going to copy down the rest of my situation. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and box and circle, and I'm going to focus on isolating that variable. That means getting that w all by itself. So what's over here with w? It's 6. How do I get rid of the 6? By minusing 6. So that cancels out. When I sum it up, I get negative plus negative, you add. Come on. So I get negative 9 over there. I get negative 3w over here. And I'm trying to get w by itself. And the opposite of multiplying by negative 3 is dividing by negative 3. And again, opposite operation of division, not opposite sign. All right, that cancels out. I'm left with w on this side. And on this side, I'm left with a positive 3. All right, I want you to go ahead and pause, grab a piece of scratch paper, and I want you to try these two out. All right, that's good enough for today. When you come to class tomorrow, come with those 2 problems, try it out, come with any questions that you have, and then we'll keep going with our 3-step equation journey, and we'll mix in some combining some distributive property, and some other fun and exciting things. So get a good night's sleep, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.